Hey y'all, welcome back to Blossom Run Homestead. This is a live stream on Wednesday night, and I want to say hey to everybody already in chat. It is 5 o'clock on Wednesday night, and we're just gonna hang out a little bit. Got a little bit of a different view for y'all, and yeah, been a crazy week, yo. I tell you what, that's yeah, been a crazy week. Oh, all right. Let me see. Let me put my glasses on here so I actually can see. Oop, that helps a lot. Okay. Wow, a lot of people in chat already here. We got Kathy Williams. Glad you had your shelter to go to. Thank you. Dave and Daisy. Do you keep a jackery or store food, water in your shelter for charging cell phone and LED lights? We'll talk about all of that here in a few. Karen Worth, Simply Jan, Homestead, Kathy Florida Girl, Connie, Kathy Florida Girl, let's see. Elaine Bushka, Sherry Maynard, and Judy Harmon, Light the Way, Charlene Grady, Mickey is here, Karen Worth, Mama's here, Making It Home is here, Cassie's Kitchen Creations, Carol Hirsch, and Lonnie, Houston, Treasure Hunter Neil, Bell Wilkerson, Sherry Fillmore, Randy Moore, Maddie Bolds, uh, okay, Janet Estes is here too. All right, I'm going to drop back down to the bottom of the chat. Paul Honeyman has made it in from the UK. PJs is here. So is Jackie and Bruni and Nancy Graves. Old Man King Peter is here. All right. Okay, y'all. Yeah, it's been a crazy week. We had some nasty storms on Monday, Sunday into Monday, Sunday, Monday, Monday night. It started Sunday. Wow, oh my goodness. I think we got at least 10 inches of rain here. Oh, thank you, Janet Estes. That's so super sweet. She sent a 1999 super sticker. Thank you very much. Hi, Roy. And T McD. There's T McD. All right. So yes, it's been a crazy week. Started off Sunday. We had a lot of rain. Some storms, but nothing severe, I guess. And then into Monday, I believe. And sorry, my brain just does not do short term well at all. Days, times, dates. Yeah, I'm not good at that. So anyway, it's 2 days. So I believe it's on Monday. We had they were calling for storms in the afternoon and evening, and I just kind of going about my business. Yep, 10 inches here. Hey, back to good. And I was going about my business, doing my thing, trying to keep my mind busy because I have severe anxiety for a lot of things, but especially for storms. So I went out, I redid some of the animals area, tried to film, but it was raining, and yeah, that those videos did not turn out well. I tried to work with editing those today, and yeah, most of that footage is ruined. But anyway, I was able to save my rabbit hutch. It had tipped over like this. It did not go all the way over, thank the Lord. I made it out there in time. I'm having a real issue with armadillos, and I knew there was armadillos here when I moved here. Really, the first couple of years didn't have much problems with them. But this fall they seem to be worse. This fall they seem to be coming back, and they are destructive little suckers. They dig big holes in trenches and make the ground really soft where they've dug. So, one had obviously dug near the rabbit hutch, and the front corner of the rabbit hutch was sitting down, like way down. And so I ended up moving that, push, pulled, scooted, few words, and got it moved over near the chicken run and put it up against the chicken run. That way it cannot tip backwards, absolutely. And I put some rocks in front of it, hoping that it cannot tip forward either. So far, haven't had any issues with that so far. Since then, even with all the rain we ended up with the next day. Raked out the chicken runs and did some maintenance on the creeks. I've got some big creeks that run through here, not as big as David's over at Come On, but I've got some decent sized creeks, and when it rains a lot, they get bigger and they flow pretty good. So we've had a lot of trees, limbs, and leaves down here lately, and the leaves build up in the creeks because all of my creeks are going downhill like this all the way down the property because I live on the side of a mountain. And as they're going down, then you've got these little blockades of leaves and stuff that just makes little dams. So I took the rake and I went out there and I raked all the way down the creek that goes behind my cabin, and then down beside the cabin, past the pond, over, down, and through the woods, and raked as much as I could and made it a lot better, because I knew we had a significant amount of water coming. They had already talked about how rain intense these storms were going to be, and that they were going to last for a long, long time, which was going to cause us to have flooding issues. Thank the Lord I did not have any flooding issues. But I did have quite a bit of water up here. But so I did that. Kitty Cat's kind of tried to help me running back and forth across the bridge and all that stuff. I have realized that I do need to fix that bridge up better. It's kind of sinking. Probably the armadillos again, and could just be time. But it's starting to tip and sink, and it gets pretty slick when it gets wet. So I need to make it rougher surface, and also get some rocks under it. Let me get back into chat here a little bit. I saw people talking about the armadillos. Yeah, there's hey, my Alaska, how you doing, Bill? Mike Birch, back to good. And Astua, Diane Myers. Let's see. Trina and Nancy Gibson says, I made it. Good evening. Good evening. We had a lot of armadillos this year too, says Jan. Yeah, I mean, they're bad this year. They're destructive little things too. I was gonna put out some cayenne pepper, but I bought it and I've put it somewhere and I don't know where I've put it. And yeah, problems with my memory there. So I don't know where I've put it. I've looked everywhere. I can't find it. And even if I did, I was told the cayenne pepper was one thing that might work. But with all the rain we've had, I would have had to wait till after the storms anyway, because it would just wash it away. But hopefully I'll find it and be able to put that out. I hate this getting dark early, y'all. I hate getting it dark so early too. It's terrible. By the time it's time for my live stream, it's dark now. Getting dark, and then a few more weeks and it will be dark when I'm doing my live stream. So, um, I usually, excuse me, this time of year switch everything to mornings, and afternoons instead of late morning and evening. I used to do, during the summer, and all that, I usually feed in the late morning and evening, 6, 7 o'clock, depending on, what time it gets dark. That way, because the chickens, they have automatic coop doors. So they will, take a few nibbles and then they'll go to bed. And their food will be there waiting for them in the morning. And their coops are predator proof, so I haven't had a problem with that. There's always food left over in the morning. There's always food there in the mornings for them, and I don't have to worry about it. They have the automatic feeder too. That's very, very helpful. And I don't have to worry about critters getting in there and stealing the food, and their food is full. Baron also has an automatic feeder, so I don't have to worry about his, but about once a month. His food lasts him about once a month. Then, what is that noise? Anyway, then, so anyway, I need to put down the cayenne pepper and see if that helps any. And if it does, I'll go to Sam's Club and buy a big thing of it and be sure to use it. Neil says, we have armadillos. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Back to Good hasn't seen any armadillos yet. You need to get traps. What am I going to do with it when I trap it? I mean, you ain't going to eat it. You ain't going to just kill it for sport. And if you take it somewhere else, you'll come back. So I'd rather them just learn to not come to this area of the property. That would be my best bet, is to keep them away from this area of the property. Destroy their holes and tunnels the best I can and keep them from making more. Is hopefully the plan. We'll see. Peter can't chat. Making supper. What's for supper, Peter? I saw crawdads the first time, though. Says Back to Good. Yeah, we got crawdads all over in my creeks. We got lots of arrowheads and stuff too, if you find them on your own property. I've got videos of them in my yard, says Betty Jean. Yep. You have been busy with all the animals. Yeah, yes, Michelle, I have. I'm always busy with the animals because, it's not something I really show on my channel much because people gripe about it. You never can do right by anything, according to a lot of people. So I prefer not show my animals a whole daggone lot just because I don't, people don't need to be complaining about it. So they're here. They're happy. You can hear the baby chicks. They're over there. Willie's in here with me right now. Baron is my protector. He's out there protecting everybody outside. Got the rabbits and the chickens, and everybody's doing wonderful. Hey, Rockin' Ranch, how are you? Hi, Dolores. I'm here. Oh, Trina says, my grandson got me some yellow tulips for Easter last, and I went and planted them in the backyard. Next day, they were gone. Armadillo ate them, as well as other bulbs. Oh, goodness. I haven't noticed that they really ate any of my plants. Of course, I've got what, dandelions, lilies, my trumpet plant. And I'm so confused about that trumpet plant because you read one thing on Google, it says they're not dangerous. You read another thing saying some of them are dangerous and you can't even breathe them or touch them or anything. I don't know what variety I got, but they're pretty. I know that they're like an apricot color, yellowish, orangish color. But they're beautiful, and the animals seem to be doing fine. I mean, cats are, I guess, the only ones really around them. But there's only that one bulb this year. Hey, Midnight Vlogs. Kathy Lush. Glad you made it through the storms. South Carolina is supposed to hit us tonight. Yeah, they're still moving across the country. And then we got more coming. It's that time of year again. Don't look forward to it. I look forward to it because I love fall. I love the season, the weather, cooling down some. Just the feeling in the air of fall. I don't like the storms though. No armadillos up in Alaska this year. Never seen an armadillo since rocking the ranch until I was out in Arkansas land shopping. Still haven't seen a live one, but the roadside had plenty to see. Yeah. When I first moved onto this property, that's the first thing I noticed. In the creeks were a little muddy. They really didn't have any water standing in them, but they had some mud, and they had armadillo tracks through them. These little feet prints, and then this little tail going through. And possums will usually hold their tail up more. I've got possums too, but possums will usually hold their tail up more. The armadillo can't, and it drags it behind it. So they're pretty easy to tell what their tracks are. Did it maybe fall out of the shopping bag and still in your vehicle? I've done that a few times. It could be, maybe. I kind of looked in there real quick. Of course, like I said, we've had some pretty nasty weather here, so I haven't really done a whole lot of searching for it. I'm guessing, yeah, it's either in the car somewhere, or it could be in the cart that I left it in the cart, or at the cash register. Who knows? But it's been long enough where they would replace it anyway, so it is what it is. If I don't find it, I'll have to get some more. Like I said, if it works, I'll get a big thing of it. Yeah. So I have a serious question for you all. Powell, Trump, yes, he won. Did you find land, Scotty? Somebody said. Oh goodness, here goes the chat. Now we don't want this to be a bash anybody stream. I try to stay away from that stuff just because it really hurts the channel and the algorithm really suppresses you. So when people start doing that, everybody pretty much knows where I stand with it, and I'm extremely happy about the results of yesterday's live stream. But I don't want the channel to be hurt by the algorithm. So let's leave that at that. And yeah, please. Howdy, Ace. What you been cooking today? I ain't cooked. Well, I did actually. I made a brat for lunch and some tater tots. Rockin' Ranch said found some property moving in April. Awesome. All right. I am going to jump back down. Thank you, Paul. I just don't want it to ding us, and it will. Hey Julia. Hey Peg, how are you? 2 hours. I'll actually be out a little before I move to drop a car off. Park it at Mary and Gary's. Cool. Don't touch them. They carry leprosy. Yes, I know that. No, I would never touch an armadillo. That's one of the problems with disposing of it, is because I don't want to have to deal with it. Hey, Brooke Burks, you just got to keep an eye out for bear. Yep, we got plenty of those around here. Traps, they go in, the door shuts, you haul them off. Haul them off to where? What do I do with it then? I had homemade beef vegetable soup. Yum. Cool. I like seeing the chickens and your cats. I know, and I do show the cats sometimes. But people can't keep their opinions to themselves. They think they got to tell you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I will show y'all my animals again sometime. Just and I fully intended to the other day, but like I said, yeah, I lost a lot of footage cleaning the creeks, and also out there in the animal yard. I filmed that whole day getting ready for the storms, and I fully intended for that video to come out this week on Tuesday. I had planned on editing it on Monday and then putting it up on Tuesday. But yeah, the footage was lost. All right. Hey, Lady Red 1968. How are you? Chicken strips, mac and cheese, and corn. I have no idea. I laid out some hamburger meat. I might make me some cowboy beans, or I don't know. Maybe throw a burger on the grill or something. I don't know. I don't really care for it being dark outside and grilling outside at night by myself, because we do have critters and stuff. But I will more than likely just make something in here. Willie, quit growling. There ain't nothing out there. The neighbor saw a brown bear and mountain lion near our property. I haven't seen any but was afraid to go walking back in there by myself. Yeah, be careful. That's why I'm always packing. Because you never know. And at least you could get a warning shot off, or at least you could scare, because they scare pretty easy, the bears do. We don't have grizzlies here. So, at least that. No, the only thing you got to really worry about out there is the snakes and the mountain lions. And so far, so good on nobody being hurt by mountain lions around here. So hopefully it's not really a problem, and they got plenty of food out with the ranches and all of that they don't bother people too much. But I have seen them. I've never seen a brown bear. I've seen black bears. I've seen mountain lions, and I saw one that was a different color. And I've seen bobcats, armadillos, and of course, a bunch of different kinds of snakes and all that good stuff. Well, not so good stuff. Hey, Kay. It's the same. You can't do anything on your channel without somebody telling you how wrong you are, or how you are mistreating your chickens, or leaving them outside. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it is. But that's the way it goes. Just got to be mindful of that fact when you put your life out there, that people are going to do that. So, you just got to have a tough skin and a soft heart and just move through it. Or a bobcat, not mountain lion. Yeah, it could have been a bobcat too. We do have mountain lions though. We've got a lot more bobcats though. Mint plants are supposed to help keep varmints away. Yes, Michelle, I've actually heard that too, and do plan on planting some peppermint. Everybody's like, oh my goodness, that stuff will take over. I don't care. It can take over for all I care. I love the smell of peppermint, so I would not be in the least bit sad if peppermint took over. Lori says, glad you made it through the storms, Mama V. I did. And oh, back to that. I'm sorry, y'all. I kind of just I'm sorry. So I cleaned the creeks and got that all taken care of. And I forget what time it was anyway on Monday. I had just come inside to do something, and then I opened up the door and I could hear this sound, and it wasn't thunder. I mean, it was thunder, but it was different. And I have been through tornadoes before. We had one when I was a kid that was way, way, way too close for comfort. And I've been through several in my life in different places, and I'm scared to death of storms. I am scared to death of tornadoes. So I'm listening to this and listening to this, and then all of a sudden my phone starts screaming at me. My weather radio starts screaming at me, and I grabbed Willie and grabbed the kitty cats, and we headed to the shelter. No, I cannot fit every animal I own in that shelter. But I took everybody that was willing to go. You need a Little Jim's book on plants. I probably do. Thank you. And so we went right to the shelter, and in the shelter, and I'll have to show y'all this one day. In the shelter, I have a bed, little mini twin size bed. I have the Bluetti, which is my big solar system power station, portable power station, I guess is what it's called. I have that in there on one side of the shelter, and that powers my light and charges anything I needed to charge. Batteries, phone, my light, whatever. And then on the other side of the shelter, I have my Anchor Solix power station, and a box of food, of sustainable food, and my boots and umbrella and all the things. And on top of that, I've got a little 24-inch TV that sits on top, and that I can watch as long as the power is on and the Wi-Fi is working. Then I can watch YouTube weather, and I'll watch usually Max Velocity or Ryan Hall, and listen to if he's chasing Zachary Hall, which is our local storm chaser for Arkansas. He is in the River Valley, and he does a real good job of covering this area. So I sat in there, and we just hung out for a while until they gave us the all clear, and then I stayed in there a little longer because it was really, really loud. And yeah, with my anxiety, it's better to just kick back, relax, watch TV, and forget about it. So yeah, that's how my day went, and we made it through safe sound. And we just have some branches down, minor flooding, in the bottom of the property, and did end up with a issue with my driveway at the bottom, and I'm trying to figure out how to get that fixed right now, because it washed out the entrance to my driveway. It is down about, I would say, a good 12 inches drop. It had been starting to wash out, but now it's really washed out. So I haven't gone anywhere since the storms, and I'm really hoping that I'll be able to, without bottoming out. So I might have to get down there with the shovel and at least put me a couple places, build a couple places up with some loose rock, where I can get my tires across without bottoming out. Anyway, back to chat. Hey, Heather Hopper. I've only seen armadillo on TV and some on YouTube. I wish I had. Oh, no, we don't think we have them in Canada. Oh, well, that's good, because they are destructive critters. Rockin' Ranch says, I had the cutest albino possum mama and babies in the yard a few years back. I built her a little shelter till she moved on. Oh, I bet that was cute. I like having the possums around. They eat ticks, and they're not bad. They're not bad at all. We have possums in Oregon, says Laurie. Cool. Possums have become a real problem in Louisville, Kentucky, along with the raccoons. Oh, goodness. Donna and I are complete opposites. Oh, yeah, we're talking politics again. Hey, Southern Pride, how did you come with the name Possum Run Homestead? For those of you who do not know, Possum Run was a family business many years ago. And that business eventually, it stayed in the family for 100 years plus, and eventually was passed down to someone who did not want to keep it as the business that it was. So they sold it, and actually, I think that it actually does have that Possum Run in the name still, but not like it used to be. So I decided to continue that legacy, and name my channel Possum Run, because it has that meaning to me. It's okay, Paul. It's all right. We'll get through it. Hey, Mary's Homestead. No worries. Wait, was that a true statement about the leprosy? I thought that was just being funny. Nope, that was actually true. They do carry leprosy. My chili's nearly ready, says Paul. Oh my goodness. Bring me some, Paul. I need some chili. That sounds really good. Corners are Paul. It's all right, really. Just I'm just saying for future reference. Do you put beans in your chili? I guess that's a question for the whole chat. No, I do not put beans in my chili. Okay, I take that back. I do put beans in my chili. I do not eat beans in my chili. I put them in there because the flavor. It does flavor for the whole thing. But I pick them out, honestly. I don't eat the beans. Now, I do like some beans. I like cowboy beans. I like the white beans that are in the Great Northern beans that are in Hammond beans. I like those. And I like baked beans, of course. It is possible for armadillos to carry the bacteria that causes leprosy, but it is unlikely the armadillos in the southern United States actually have it. This is true. Paul says kidney beans only. There you go. Hey, Debbie Drock. My home is safe so far. Hey, Tiny Steading. Hi, Barbie Serna. Yeah, and I did have some. I made salmon patties. Oh, I haven't had salmon patties in so long. My mama used to make salmon patties all the time, didn't you, Mama? Yeah, it's good stuff. She gave me her recipe, but I don't remember it right now. Hold on a second. Must be the cats. Okay. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh my goodness. And, I don't remember what I was saying, y'all. Sorry. Oh, somebody asked me if I had or was going to get insurance on the cabin, and I would love to, but I have talked to the insurance people, and uh they have no problem with the wood stove. They have no problem that I built the house myself. They have, no problem giving me full value on it, uh, replacement coverage, whatever. But you only have 100. Well, you have 60 days, because when you get it, it's considered a construction insurance. You have 60 days to complete your build. You could extend that for another 60 days, which gives you 120 days. So 4 months, a little less than 4 months, depending on the months. I will not have this build complete in 4 months. So I'm having to wait to get insurance until I get siding on this house. They said that the interior didn't matter. They're not coming inside. They said that they would be, checking the outside out, noting that, the electrical was inspected, noting that the water looks like it's coming in there. I've got a well, so, whatever. So it won't be a difficult thing, but their version of complete is not everything being complete, but it is the siding being on and complete. So I do have to have siding. They will insure it right now, but only for 60 to 120 days. So I have to wait till I get closer to the point of getting the siding on before I can apply for insurance. So, yeah, there's that. And I do not know how far behind I am in chat. I'm sorry, y'all. Not aggressive, but can jump straight up if startled. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry. Anyways, mint plants put around your house is supposed to help with critters. Yes, Michelle. I know a guy who used to put out bowls of dog food for raccoons for a few years. Got to be too many. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you got everybody thinking about chili now. Tostada and salad is my dinner. Cool, Tiny Steading. Sorry, I can't even talk tonight. Hey, Whistle Stop, how are you? I always wanted to live like Grizzly Adams. Yeah, kind of, sort of, but not quite. Gotta have some conveniences. We have plenty of black bears in suburbs of New Jersey, really. Wow. Hey, how are you, Don? Our flippin' farmstead. There's Don and Big D. I can tell you're not in Texas, Paul. No beans there. Oh, goodness. I've seen deer and moose and black and brown bears. I have actually seen all of those. I would love to go. I know some people are gonna slam me for that, but I'd love to go on a moose hunt one day. How guys always have their deers on their walls. If I get a big one, yeah, I'll probably will. do the antlers or do a European mount. But not, I would like to have a moose on my wall. So there's that. Maybe I shouldn't say that on here, but you'd see it if I did it anyway. Well, not the hunt, but yeah. Anyway, probably not a good idea to have food cooking on the grill when you have big cats in the air. They can probably smell it for a mile. Oh, I'm sure they can. Now I cook out on the grill quite often, but I'm not going to do it at night. I'm not real comfortable being outside at night by myself anyway. So, I usually spend my nights inside. Go back and forth or whatever, but I don't want to be outside for very long when I'm out there. All right. Hey to everybody that's just come in the chat, Brenda and Dawn and everybody. I am going to jump down and Bonnie Jean, put a container around the mint plants. Okay, good idea. Hey, Larry Carp. I'm going to drop down to the bottom of the chat because I don't know how close I am to it because I'm only seeing like 2 to 3 comments at a time. It would look right to have a moose head on your wall. It would. I've got that giant wall back there. My cabin's like a 20 by 20 by 20 box. It's 20 foot wide, 20 foot long, and pretty much 20 foot tall. So that big gable end wall is huge, and it would be amazing to have a moose head up there. It would be wonderful. Beautiful. Denise Parada, hi, how are you doing? Would never put an animal head on my wall, Karen says. I understand. It's not for everybody. I get it. And I don't ask other people to agree or disagree with what I choose for my life and my house. But I totally get it. I mean, I always wanted to live like Grizzly Adams. Yeah, I know. I heard you. Me too, but then again, I like the conveniences a little bit. So too far out is hard to. But it is nice to be out in the middle of nowhere. Like I can be up here for weeks and weeks at a time and never even go to town. It's very, very nice. Hey, Gorilla Tag Edit. I subscribed. Well, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Moose meat is awesome, says Trina Rock. You are not lying. I had moose meat the first time, I think it was like 2017. And a friend of mine who had a schoolie, they are from Alaska, and they went back to Alaska while they were traveling. They went back to Alaska every year and filled their freezer, which they had on their bus. They had a back porch like I did. Bigger bus than I had, but they had a back porch like mine. And they had a small deep freezer on their back porch. And they filled that thing full of moose meat, or full of meat. And we were camping together one time. Sorry, y'all. We were camping together one time, and she made burgers, and I ate one of the burgers, and I'm like, this is the best burger I've ever had. What the heck? This is delicious. What is it? Where'd you get this meat? And she's like, Alaska. Like, it's amazing. And she says, it's moose. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. If she had told me it was moose meat ahead of time, I probably wouldn't have tried it. But I'm glad I did because it was absolutely amazing. So yes, that is the reason I do not mind having a animal on my wall, because anything that is also fed me, also is food. It's not for sport. It's for food. Too hot for chilly in Virginia. 82, 84 tomorrow. Oh, goodness. Are you getting those storms too coming that way, Shannon? Bill, what's the depth of white stuff so far? You got a tad bit. Yep, he's up in Alaska. He's getting some. Chicken and dumplings does sound really good, Brenda. Hey, Starlene. How are you? Finally caught alive. Big Bend, Florida. I've commented on commented on some of your videos. You're an amazing woman. God bless you. I love watching you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you too. When did you get hit? We got it on Monday, I believe, and I didn't actually get hit. It went right around me. I still do not know if it actually lowered all the way to the ground. And I do not know if there was any major damage. I have not left the mountain this week at all, so I haven't really talked to anybody other than just watching YouTube and doing my thing here, taking care of my farm or my homestead and animals and my place. So I have not even been out. I don't know what our roads are like other than talking to the UPS guy that came today and the FedEx guy that came the other day. They said the roads are not too bad, so that's good. But I have not been out myself. I haven't seen what, the creeks or rivers or roads look like. But I do have a storm shelter here, which is in my thumbnail, and me and my critters went to that, and we are safe and all is good here at our homestead. I love pinto beans with bacon in them, ham in them, but I don't like beans in my chili at all. Now, I like my green beans with bacon in them. I have gotten to where I eat a lot more green beans than I used to. I know they don't have a whole lot of nutritional value, but I do eat green beans sometimes, and I do make bacon in them. With coconuts. Okay. David said on his channel that Danville got hit. Yes, I believe Danville did. There was, I don't know how much damage there was, but I know that there was a big tornado. They said it was a strong one over that way. Hey, through Mississippi. On the phone, can't tag. We got you. We understand. Trying to get all the damage from 4 hurricanes in 13 months. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I'm sorry. Thank you, through Mississippi. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy when they throw out the warnings for your area. Yeah, start really taking it seriously, which I take it seriously anyway because yeah. But sounds like one of these years you need to come up moose hunting. I do. I really do, Bill. That would be amazing. And besides the fact that I need to mark Alaska off my bucket list because it's the only thing left on it. I pretty much completed my bucket. I called it complete, but Alaska's still on it. Someplace I have never been. Split pea soup is coming soon and all winter long. Ugh. Yeah, no, thank you for me. 4 deer heads in my living room. That says Tiflin 1. Well, welcome to the chat, and that's awesome. Just a small chance of rain tomorrow. We need the rain, Shannon says. Yeah, I mean, we got more storms coming. There's a hurricane down in the Gulf right now, and it's headed this way. They're talking about storms starting again on Friday-ish. So that it's this time of year. I mean, we're back in our second storm season. It happens every year. We have 2 storm seasons here in Arkansas. We have our spring season, which is usually worse. And then we have our fall season, which is actually goes all the way into winter. A couple years ago, we were over at Mel & Gary's at the 41.36. Now my memory's gonna kill me here. Who all was there? Bobblehead and Drew and Lindsay and Anthony Rocks, Mel & Gary, me. Seems like there was other people there too, though. But anyway, we're counting down for New Year's Eve night, almost midnight, y'all. We're counting down 10 seconds, 9, 8, thunder crashes, and we hear, and yeah, we found out the next morning that there was a tornado and it was really close to where we was. Yeah. So we have that second storm season here. And then we go into winter with the ice and the snow, and then we go into spring with the storms, and then we have a beautiful, lovely summer where it's really hot, but it's nice and sunny and pretty. Hey, there's O'Rourke's Littlefield. How are you doing, Jamie and Kevin? Kevin says, if his head doesn't sweat, it is not hot. Ace says, I'm like half a mile from Danville. Oh, wow, really? You're that close to everybody. Dang. Have we seen you at Walmart? You may be somebody I've already met and seen at Walmart. Or you may go the other way, because I always go towards Boonville. So you may go up to Danville, or not Danville, up to Russellville to do your shopping. Brenda Sutterfield says, I'm scared of storms ever since it blew Greenwood away when I was little. Blew Greenwood away. Oh, wow. Didn't know that. O'Rourke says, no tornado damage I've heard of. It stayed up in the air, no big wind even. Yeah, I called them because I called a few people. You know, I called, got on the phone with Mary, with Gumby, who got a hold of Mary, and also Rachel, who got a hold of Mary. Because I mean, it was they had one coming towards them, and then O'Rourke's, because that was heading right towards them too. And so yeah, I talked to a few people that night. Jenna Wiley, we talked, but we all try to communicate and keep each other informed of things. Have you heard? Did you know? And are you prepared, for storms that are coming through? Chili is perfect for me. My nose starts to run halfway through the plate. I use it to fight off the change of weather colds. Oh my goodness. You like hot chili, huh? Cindy Ellis says, I use a brand of beans called Brooks. I use the hot chili beans in my chili, and they add so much to the flavor because of the sauce they're in. Yes, exactly. And I use those Brooks chili beans too. I don't use the hot ones, but I use them because also the sauce in there makes a difference in the taste of your chili. I just don't particularly eat the beans. So Back to Good says, yes, the Danville one was close to us. Yes, it was. All right, get back down. Kathy Williams says, bye, Mama V. Have a safe rest of the week and weekend. Thank you. You too, Kathy. I had Hit that thumbs up, everybody. Yep, hit that thumbs up, y'all, because it helps the algorithm, helps us grow, helps us share out to more people. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell so you're notified when I do put up videos. I try my best to be consistent, but not always am. But I do my best. You got to remember, I'm just one person up here doing this all by myself. Editing, filming, working, building. So be patient with me. Bye, Kathy. I had 3 calls about it, not even sideways rain. Well, you never know, girl. It could have dropped out of the sky and got you. All right, yo. We got 5 minutes left. We got 4 minutes left, looks like. So I'm going to get going. Next up tonight is 3 Mississippi with Sid and Mike and Frankie. And they come on at 6 o'clock. Before me, this is Wednesday night, so it's Friendly Night. So Wednesday night, we start with Jen and Wiley over at Our Mountain Home. Come here to Possum Run Homestead at 5. 6 o'clock is 3 Mississippi. 7 o'clock was Simple Life Reclaimed, and sometimes they still do some lives at that time. Also is Full Blown Country. 8 o'clock is Empty Homestead. 9 o'clock is Bryant Vineyard Farmhouse. 10 o'clock is Peter at Old Man King Homestead. So everybody check them out. And I'm going to have a video here for you soon. I'm actually going to have a premiere for that y'all who stayed to the end of this. You know first, I'm going to have a premiere here in a couple of days. I will put the notice out a day ahead of time, so you've got plenty of time to turn your notifications on. But it is going to be absolutely amazing, y'all. It is a full start to dried in of this cabin. So don't miss it. If you can't be there for the premiere, make sure you watch and hit that like button. All right, we'll see you on the next one, y'all. Love you. God bless. Bye.